Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of quick and important information being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. North Korea prepares for real combat, as you see right here. And if you notice, what do you see in this picture? You see them shooting off what would appear to be rockets. These could be nukes. Well, I mean, not rockets, but they're shooting off what would appear to be intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, but this picture is spiritual because we know that according to Bible prophecy, these various countries during World War III are going to shoot nuclear warheads on the United States of America. Okay, and that's according to Bible prophecy. And what North Korea is doing right here is also biblical prophecy. The fact that they are preparing for real combat showed you that multiple prophecy in the scriptures are speaking. Let's start with this scripture right here. Joel chapter 3 verse 9. There's a reason why these various countries have intercontinental ballistic missiles, which can carry up to hundreds of nuclear warheads. Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Okay, the Gentiles in Joel 3 and 9 is talking about the heathen nations. A heathen is somebody who is not an Israelite. So if your father's lineage on your father's side do not go back to a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native Indian, you are a heathen. Because the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indians are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Scriptures. So your Gentiles of Joel 3 and 9 are the Arabs, the East Indians, the Africans, the Chinese and Japanese people, so-called white people, okay, the so-called Jews, okay, who else? The Hawaiians, the Samoans, okay, the Russians, the so-called white Russians, the so-called white Europeans, okay, the Africans. These are your Gentiles of Joel 3 and 9. Prepare war. Prepare what? Prepare war. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. North Korea is preparing for what? Real combat. And they're preparing for real combat by shooting off actual rocket, by shooting off these actual missiles. And a demonstration of force and power. Now, the other scripture I would like to get is what? Jeremiah. See, that's Bible prophecy coming to pass. Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 14. Okay, put yourselves in array against Babylon. Who is Babylon? Babylon is the United States of America. Put yourselves in array against Babylon all about, round about. All ye that bend the bow. What's the bow? The bow represents the silos in which the missiles sit in. The bow could also represent these different vehicles which carry these various type of weapons of mass destruction. Shoot all ye that bend the bow. So when you're bending the bow, that means you're getting ready to shoot off the arrow. These nations are ready to push that button. They're ready to push that button and to annihilate this country. Shoot at her. Who's the her? Babylon, America. Shoot at her. Spare no arrows. What are these arrows? Arrows, okay, missiles, rockets, bombs, intercontinental ballistic missiles did not exist during the time of Jeremiah and these various prophets in ancient past. Okay, you see, they did not exist in the past. So when Jeremiah and these various prophets, when they saw these nukes and these bombs and these rockets, they had no idea what they were. So the best way they could describe these various missiles was arrows, because these missiles, they take the form and shape of missiles. I mean, these missiles, they take the form and shape of arrows. Okay, because they're pointing at the top just like an arrow, and what do you have in the back? You have the same things you see on the back of arrows, which keeps the arrows from going left or right when you shoot it. The fins, okay? You got the fins on the back of the rockets, which keep the rockets from, going left or right. Basically, the fins on the back of the rockets is there to help the rockets be accurate when it's shot in the desired direction that it's being shot at. It's the same thing with an arrow. The fins on the back of the arrow is designed to keep the arrow going in the same direction when it's shot in the desired direction. That way the arrow does not go left or right. The arrow goes in the desired direction that it is shot. It's the same thing with these missiles. The fin on the back of the missiles, they act as navigation tools for the missiles when they are shot off. So shoot at her, spare no arrows. So the arrows is a dark saying, a metaphor for these nuclear warheads. These intercontinental ballistic missiles, which can carry multiple nuclear warheads. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she, America, the United States of America, have sinned against the Lord. And how have she sinned against the Lord? Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4, all the way to 5. Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. That they are the Edomites. That's the so-called elites, trickling down to the rest of their nation and people. The so-called elites who call themselves Rothschilds and Rockefellers. Okay? They are the ones responsible for ruling the world in wickedness. So Babylon, the judgment of Babylon is to be destroyed by nuclear warheads during World War III. 200 million nuclear warheads during World War III. With that, I'm going to say Shalom is on to the next one.